Trump and Hegseth had their meeting with the generals.
It's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a 4-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test.
That sounds like a Morrissey song title. Fat shame the generals. Fat shame the generals. New office trend, employees required to remove their shoes. Now, why would we do this? Well, the theory is it creates a more relaxed and collaborative work environment. How much did you pay consultants to figure that out?
Peter, would you mind putting on some shoes? Oh, you mean foot prisons? Yes, I would.
In India, a couple have filed for divorce after 1 year because his dog and her cat do not get along. Meanwhile, we go to the beginning of wedded bliss. Maybe not. Maplewood, Minnesota. The other night at a reception, police were called because one of the wedding guests was shot by another of the guests twice. 1 bullet for each of his legs. Suspect remains at large. The wounded party is in the hospital. Here's something to give you pride. America is #1 in scammers. No population in the world puts up with more scam calls, emails, and texts than Americans. I don't even answer the phone anymore. Unless I know who it is, no way. My wife still does. I'm like, don't answer the phone. You don't know who that is. Mineola, Texas, a 22-year-old man faces charges for pulling a gun on a driver who had just run over and killed his dog, which is tragic. At that gunpoint, he forced the guy who had run over his car to dig a grave for the dog and then to go to an ATM and withdraw cash for compensation. Sounds like a law scene from Better Call Saul. National Hurricane Center issuing tropical storm maps for Imelda. We hope that doesn't turn into a hurricane. And of course, the map is color-coded, and you have several different colors, the bands of the storm, and in the middle, where it's most serious, I guess, it's purple, and the purple part looks like Barney the dinosaur. I mean, you look for yourself. Tallahassee, the state of Florida, announced the arrest of 7 members of a smoke detector theft ring. A little bit of radioactive material in these things. Is that why they're stealing them? I don't know. Maybe they're selling them out of the back of a van. Anyway, this was pretty sophisticated. They took $800,000 worth of smoke detectors from 17 different Florida Home Depots. Pasco, Florida, for a few years now, some Florida neighborhoods have had ongoing issues with flocks of peacocks. Some people love having them around. Others do not. And that's what we have here to the extreme. A 61-year-old man charged with snatching, cooking, and eating 2 peacocks that he found in his neighborhood. He told police he was tired of his neighbor feeding them, and he said he would kill and cook and eat them again if necessary. Winter Haven, Florida, a 49-year-old former sheriff's deputy is in jail after leading police on a short chase. The saga began at a McDonald's, where he did 2 laps through the drive-thru, each time insulting the staff. One worker noted a lot of empty beer cans in his vehicle and also an unrestrained toddler in the shotgun seat. Police were called. They tracked him down. And since Winter Haven is in Polk County, Florida, we get to hear from Sheriff Grady Judd, who is famous for his press conferences. This one is not his first one about one of his former deputies.
We expect more of people who used to work for us. I'm embarrassed for his family, but make no mistake, you act like a McNut at McDonald's and you McDrunk saying McUgly things to the girls and putting a child's life in danger, you're going to jail, McJail, every McTime. Have a good day.
Sheriff Grady Judd. It doesn't matter whether you were a cop or not. That's pretty typical for his press conferences. If you're interested in more of a deep dive, you'll become a fan. Idaho Springs, Colorado. A reporter from nearby Denver was in town to shoot a piece on a man wanted for a string of robberies. Police found the wanted man moments after he walked in the background of the reporter's shot, and he couldn't help but notice.
Yo, hey, put the camera on him. Yo, you see this person right here? Is this him? Would it be crazy if we actually found the guy right now? Because we saw a person who is literally fitting the description. who just walked by our camera.
Richard Applequist arrested 10 minutes after that particular video was captured. Portsmouth, Rhode Island, this happens more than you think. A 36-year-old woman was arrested for drunk driving, and when her husband showed to pick her up at the police station, they discovered he was drunk as well. Finally, Puyallup, Washington, police arrested a man on suspicion of DUI after he was found sleeping in his vehicle with the hazards on. Now, at least he thought to turn those on because he was parked in such a way that he was blocking the entrance to a grocery store. He was sleeping it off right there. And that's where we'll leave things. Thank you so much for listening and for your support. Have a great day, and we'll chat again tomorrow.